What's up guys, it's Zach and welcome to another video on the channel. It is another kind of investment guide, and this time we're going to be talking about Scream Team, which is a Halloween promotion EA came out with last year for the first time. Excuse me, this year it's out again, and I just want to be talking about what kind of cards you can buy, when you can buy them. I'll be covering that at the end, so pay attention to that, but we're just going to be looking through some of these cards, talking about what might be good investments and why I think so. So again, I want to talk about, if you guys saw the Team of the Week 5 review, I got it wrong there. That Team of the Week is really falling off. I didn't expect Scream to be so popular. Actually, pretty much everyone around the community was saying similar things to what I was saying, and unfortunately, we just got it wrong. It was way more popular than we thought it would be. Tons of packs got opened. And unfortunately, that Team of the Week is just really dropping off. So there's not a ton I can do. I have Team of the Week players from there. I'm going to hold them for a while, try and use them in teams, and then hopefully they bounce back up to a reasonable price. I think they will eventually. So that would be my advice. But, I mean, feel free to get rid of those cards and get the coins back if you're comfortable with making whatever loss you're making. Apologies again for that, but like I said, nobody saw it coming. So anyway, we're going to jump into the Scream. We're going to get a little analytical and hopefully do a little better than we did on that Team of the Week 5. So the first card I want to look at is this Perisic card. It's a position change, so that's why it jumps out to me. If we look at his graph, he was started way high yesterday, 282. Dumped down to like the high 190s, and then stayed there for a while until today he's like low 190s. So that's a decent price for him right now. I think he can go lower. I'd look for you guys to get him lower. I want to talk before we get into too many other players. I want to talk about how last year's Scream Team worked. Last year they didn't have this massive dip on day one like these did, and it didn't cause this massive dip on all the other cards. This massive crash really on almost every other card in the game. Gold cards, Team of the Week cards from this week, Team of the Week cards from other weeks. The only thing not super affected was kind of the ones to watch cards. But anyway, last year that didn't happen. Last year what happened was they came out and they went lower, right, as the supply kind of increased. Then people started buying them up through that week. And then when they got their bonus on Friday, like their super high ratings, what happened was everybody had stockpiled them and a ton flooded onto the market with those increased stats, and there was actually a huge crash. Now, because that happened last year, will people be more wary of that this year? I think they might be. I think your best time to buy might be tonight into tomorrow, maybe even tomorrow night, Sunday night, into those squad battles rewards, and then maybe even Monday as well. I think the next 3 days are going to be the time to buy on these cards. Definitely during the day when packs are being opened as well. I don't know what EA is going to come out with as far as, you know, promo packs or SBCs or whatever, but right now, I think that's kind of your best bet. So I want to look at a second card, one that I've had my eye on. One of the cheaper ones is Forster in goal. Really, really tall goalkeeper. That's kind of why he got in, I think. We'll look at his hourly graph. He got as low as like 20K yesterday. Oh, he only has one price point from yesterday. Or earlier today, I guess, technically. Was down at 22. Overnight, he spiked up to about 26 and then went back down to 24, 23, and that's where he's at about now. So I think he could be an interesting investment as the only goalkeeper and somebody who gets good links if we get an SBC that requires Scream cards. Other player, Mark Bartra. Look at this card. 79 pace. 83 defending, 73 physical. I know he does not have ideal work rates. He has a medium defensive with a high attacking. I get that. But even if you played him like out of position at right back or something crazy like that, he wouldn't be bad, especially with an anchor card on. Look at those stats. Really, really great defensive stats. And, you know, serviceable physical stats as well. And he is just 34K. I would put this card at a lot higher value than 34K. Overnight, he went up close to 40. But yeah, he's down around 34K, and I'll tell you what, I am definitely going to be investing in this card. So if you buy on this card as well, you'll be making the same profit or loss as me, and I'm feeling profit on that Mark Bartra card. So I do want to talk about Patrick Kluivert's son. I want to talk about him because he's the only silver, and look at that variety in his price. If we were looking at his card in the market right now, I bet he doesn't have more than 2 pages worth of card. He's been very rare so far, and rare cards make for good investments. So that's why I think that Kluivert might be somebody that you try and pick up and buy. And he started way up over 100, and he dropped down into the 50s. And I think, wow, 44, I think if anybody bought there, that would have been a good price point, especially given he's 52 now, 53. And look at the disparity in those prices, 53, and then the fifth most is 63. So that's an interesting card to hang on to. I think he could definitely increase even further. And then I want to look at Peter Crouch, another similarly to Forster, good nation, good league. 75 rated, so he's pretty low rated. He's actually a silver card. Interesting. I didn't know that this year. So he'll be a little bit rare too, and that's why his price is just bumped up a little bit from somebody like Forster, who's a gold card and will be packed more. Again, overnight. That's an interesting way about going about these Scream cards. Maybe buying some during the day and then listing them up overnight. I think that's something I might get into, and that you guys might want to also take a look at. Daniel Sturridge, let's look at now. Another Englishman. I know, I'll get off of them in a second, don't worry. But I just want to take a look at Sturridge. Look at that price disparity. He went up 14K overnight. Yeah, I mean, overnight for 6, 9. I think that's overnight anyway. And then during the day, he's kind of bounced back down. Early morning UK. That's excuse me. That's why I get a little confused on the times. Trying to talk to like my overnight versus somebody else who's watching this video's overnight may not be the same thing. So like early morning UK, when there's not a lot of supply on the market, but there's still enough demand to make that price rise. Now we have Frank Ribery. Ribery is an interesting card to talk about as well because he got an injury that I think has put him out for the season. Now, it's terrible, and you don't want to see anybody get injured, and it's awful. But as investors, we have to take that into account when we're looking at cards, right? And as bad as it is, it can actually be advantageous to us. So again, Ribery overnight started at 144, up to 184, back down to about 149 right now, 148. Now, he won't get another inform this year. This will be Ribery's highest rated card unless EA do something weird like the Movember thing like that, or they do a crazy SBC where he gets a foot miss thing or something like that. And he does have 5-star skills and weak foot. Now, not great pace, but you throw something like a Hunter on him, he goes to 94 pace. Even, not an anchor, sorry, but even like an engine, that's respectable pace. 85 sprint speed is just fine on the wing, goes to a 91 left wing. A little less with Hunter, actually. Yeah, so interesting card, and taking that injury into account, could be a card that you could make some money on investing. I see him going way up. This Benzema card, 87 rated, also very high rated. He might actually be the most expensive Scream card. I think he actually is. We look at his hourly graph. What did he start at yesterday? He started way up at 377, went down here, and see he started to go up again. And then today, again, getting that peak and then going back down. So you'll notice that similar pattern. Now, it's not as pronounced with Benzema, but goes down and then goes right back up. So it's pretty interesting. So that's some of the cards I think are good to look at. Ozil. Ozil might be the most expensive one. Let me look at him. Not 190. Benzema's more, because Ozil's just like notoriously not that good on FIFA because he doesn't have a ton of pace, not a ton of shooting, not a ton of physical. Really, he's just an 86 dribbling, 87 passing. Now look at that, 89 rated card. He doesn't have he has 2 stats over 85 and nothing else over 76. So somebody explain to me how that's an 89 rated card. That's absurd. See, you look at him here. He's only 86 rated, 85.8. So I mean, a little silly. Basic chem style on him, he is 90 rated to be fair, but look at those stats go up. So anyway, Ozil, I'm not sure if he's a good investment. I mean, obviously he's a high rated card for 190k, which actually could be okay, But again, with these higher rated cards, they don't have that same price fluctuation as, say, somebody like maybe this Bender card would. That kind of where they get that overnight peak. Wow, his was weird. So we're actually going to take a look at Mamadou Sakho instead, center back from Crystal Palace, because Bender's graph was a little bit weird there, sorry. So we're going to look at his graph and see how he's up here at 29, goes down to 27, overnight peaks back up to about 32, 31, and then down again to 28, and he should keep dropping as he is to maybe something along the lines of 27. He isn't quite there yet, but hopefully Sakho will get there. So that's kind of my look at the Scream team here. One other card I definitely have my eye on as an American, Christian Pulisic. Absolutely blistering pace, good dribbling, good shooting, good passing, good enough anyway. Something like an engine might do well for him. Maybe even a maestro, actually. Shooting, passing, dribbling, keep that pace where it is. Could be a decent card. You know, if he ever gets any informs, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot's really nice as well. And he demonstrates that really, really well. Up at 39, down to 34, up to 44, 44, 39, and then back down to 36. I will be investing in this card as well. Definitely going to buy at least a Pulisic or two and trying to flip him going forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope, you know, my advice helps you guys. I hope, you know, things turn out a little bit better than they did last week in that last team of the week, but we'll keep bouncing back. I think tomorrow I will actually be creating a general investment guide for beginners. Just like a very basic points, because I feel like I did this too, and I feel like a lot of other people on YouTube just kind of jump right in and expect everybody to know, like, oh, this is what you need to do, this is why you should do it, blah, 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 and they should know things about investing before, you know, before you even explain it to them. So I'm going to make just a little presentation and kind of run through, you know, a 10 to 15 minute thing of just basic investment types, as well as some other trading, some other ways to make coins. So basically just a easy way to make coins on FIFA 18, on any FIFA really, but specifically around investments. So with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the Scream Team video. Look for that video tomorrow, and then another, it's going to be a double upload on Monday. So look forward to that stuff, and I will talk to you guys next time.